All right, third grade. This is your next step. Now that you've created your complementary color monsters, in this square, we're making complementary colors of yellow and purple. Now, you could do the monster yellow and the background purple, or you could do the background yellow and the monster purple. But you decide, one or the other has to be either yellow or purple. Remember the eyes, we do not paint the eyes, and the teeth, we do not paint the teeth. So I'm gonna go ahead and do I think I'll do my monster purple. So I'm gonna take some purple paint, and I'm just gonna paint, being very careful not to paint outside the monster's head. I can just go over that. Don't paint the teeth. Don't paint the eyes. So carefully paint either the background or the monster purple. It's kind of tricky getting around those teeth. Just do the best you can. The thing about crayon, when you draw with a crayon, is it creates a barrier so that when you paint, the paint kind of bumps up against that crayon and it resists the crayon. It resists the paint. It won't let the paint stick to it. That's what we call watercolor resist. Okay, so there's my purple monster. And now my background is going to be yellow. So I take a little bit of water and put it in my yellow watercolor paints, and then carefully paint the background. I can actually go right over the crayon marks as long as I'm not going into my eyes, because that crayon is going to resist the paint and make it so it doesn't stick there. And if it does stick a little bit, it's okay, because we're going to go back over it with the Sharpie when we're all finished. Don't you love Sharpies? I love to, every piece of artwork that I do, I love to go back over and outline everything with a Sharpie. It just makes everything just kind of pop out and look so much brighter and cleaner. Okay, so there's my first complementary color monster. Now the one in the middle, it's going to be orange and blue. Now I can either do the monster blue or the monster orange. I think I'm going to do my monster orange. So I'm going to put a little water in my paint and color my monster. Be careful not to do teeth or eyes. Now this is going to take some focus, and it's important that your neighbor is not busy talking to you and making you distracted. So if somebody next to you keeps talking, just give them a little friendly signal that you're trying to focus and you want to do your best. So there's my orange monster. What color does my background need to be? Blue. So everybody watch this. This is super important. I'm cleaning my brush out in my water bucket. I need to squeeze the excess water out. I don't flick it against the side of the dish. I swish it around and I pinch it out. Swish it around, pinch it out. If I need a little bit of water in my color, I can just put a little dab of water in there, let it soak for a minute. Shouldn't take very much. And then use that color as your background. Remember the eyes, oh my goodness. I was going too fast. Did you notice how I was going too fast right there? You need to slow it down. Be careful not to paint the eyes. That's what happens when you start talking. As soon as you start talking, that's when you make a mistake. Okay, now I'm moving to my last complementary color monster. I need to clean my brush out. Look, my water's getting kind of dirty, but that's okay. It's still gonna work just fine. I pinch it out a few times to make sure that color is cleaned out. Now this monster is going to be the complementary colors of red and green. So let me think. I think I want my monster to be green and my background to be red. So I'm gonna start with my green monster. A little dab of water on that paint if it needs it. You don't want it to be too wet. You want the color to be thick and bright. Okay, so there's my green monster. Now clean out my brush by pinching it. Put maybe one little dab of water in my red paint. And now I can do the background. Once you're finished, please just leave it sitting on the table. Don't try to pick it up. Just let it sit right where it is and let it dry. You can bring your brush over to the sink. Just drop your brush in the sink and then come and sit on the rug. After the paint has a chance to dry, we will outline everything one more time with a black Sharpie or a black paint stick, and then your complementary color monster will be finished.